Okay, so there was no warning about this voice activation, but anyway, this is the introduction to censoREDS. Yeah, reds that are censored, probably, because it's difficult to wake up the human race, isn't it? So there's two things to remember, two things, right? And we'll come to them shortly. So I'm just testing this, making sure the voice is working, and then we can go on with the rest of the video. So there's the campaign t-shirt, and the campaign is to wake people up. Hello, anyone out there? Any intelligence on this planet? Try to get your head around everything. So there's me, little me, Consul of the Independent Republic of Liverpool in the Balkans and organizer of the team. Yes, there are lots of rare people in this video, and especially to support the kids. We have two logos, one being a liver bird, I love, and the heart, the Celtic heart symbol. One of the most important things to do is to give kids a chance of growing, and too much training can actually stunt the growth of someone, so it's finding the right balance. So you see the liver bird image, you see the Celtic heart, you see this also on the t-shirts, I hope, the exclusive t-shirts that only a few people in this world have got. One of them is Marija, who's done a fantastic, wonderful initiative in Stara Podgorica. Here you see Marija, she's passionate about what she does.
The greenest place in the city. It was with so many trees. It is like a big wood and forest, but now it is totally destroyed by buildings and by some stupid roads and by such stupid antennas for telephones and internet. It is very radioactive, but every day, my friend, I'm going there and I take a walk. And I send love to that park. And I send love to all destroyed parks in Podgorica. Imagine this. They dig it, the one park, they dig it, they destroy the earth, and they put this
concrete.
Yes! So now there is no green space.
Yeah.
No!
Like city court.
Yes! So
there's no trees there.
Now Podgorica during the summer has 60 degrees of Celsius and used to be like a most chilling place in the Balkans, and people are accepting that all the time. No one is complaining. No one is complaining.
I'm complaining.
You're complaining. Me too. There are so many buildings in Podgorica. Please film this building behind you. Look how old and destroyed it used to be a school. Why they don't repair that building? Why they made 100 buildings more? And what is the most interesting is the buildings are empty. New buildings are empty. No one lives there. I'm from Podgorica. My father is from Podgorica. My grandmother is from Podgorica. And we are paying a rent. We don't have our apartment. All my family is paying a rent. My mother is paying her rent. My father is paying her rent for apartment. My sister, my brother, Nina, me, you, everyone is paying rent. And they are every day 3 or 2 new buildings empty. For who? Who is going to live there? Who is going to live there?
So that was Marija talking about the construction, concrete construction in Podgorica. This is a beautiful country. It's such a shame when they just fill the area in the capital city with concrete and there's just not enough trees, but this is still an interesting place to be. And yes, we're saying government is the problem, not only here but just about everywhere. Of course, in Liverpool we were known to be a socialist, a rebellious city of people who didn't like what the capital was doing. The government were nearly always in conflict with us in Liverpool. Not many people know just how extreme that got. Anyway, we'll be coming on to something else now. So don't forget, live beds of Podgorica or anywhere in the world, don't forget the 2 things and show the rest of the world what you feel. One thing I liked to do when I was in Freiburg doing the free radio station there, I had an English language program with some parts French, some parts German, because the region covered Alsace and Basel, Switzerland. And the most important thing for me was to not stop talking in the middle of recording, but I'm going to just to check something. Yeah, the problem is, you see, I am doing this on my own at the moment in the studio, the home office studio of the Montenegrin Consulate of the Liverpool Republic. And NL is away at the moment, so the super secret weapon I've got, the lovely NL, is not available to help me with this production. Anyway, yes, focus on the kids. Get your head around what's going on here. Stop the video and read what we're saying. You need to take some time, people. It's important. Kids are important. Children are like seeds. You have to plant them and feed them properly and not pollute them. So don't pay taxes to governments that make war instead of sport for your kids. Don't finance immigration policies which are basically racist. We're all people of the planet. Children are the most important things you will ever do. Don't have a child if you can't cope with it. Be a person. Be a human being. Please. And if the government aren't doing it for you, do it yourself. Never mind a car, a washing machine, a television, or a super smartphone that's smarter than you. Invest in your kids. Sport. Organise clubs. Make it available for every child. Don't have to pay money to some idiot ex-player who just shouts at the kids. Whether it's football or defense, self-defense like judo, like the dojo of Marija, make sure the children are doing positive things. I lost my chance with my daughter, my son. Don't make the same mistake. Invest in your kids. They're the best things that ever happened to you. Hello everybody. I'll say that a little bit louder. Hello everybody, this is Chris sending this recording. It was live when I did this, by the way. I was live anyway, from Montenegro. If put your hands up so I can see all those who know where Montenegro is. No, it's not in Africa. It's the former Yugoslavian region. This is bandit country, but it's not. It's a beautiful country. Wish the people realise this sometimes, because when you've been born here, I think it's difficult to take in how wonderful and stunning some of the scenery is, and it's an original country. It's really an unusual place to be. It's like sort of South America and Europe, very laid back, quiet, sometimes quiet, society, a bit conservative if you like, and old-fashioned way for some, but it's changing a lot in the new generation. They all have their mobile phones and their cars and laptops and all that stuff, satellite TV. Anyway, I'm here. I've been travelling or changing my location since I was virtually a teenager. I was lucky enough to get into a job in London, the shipping company, dealing with wines and spirits. Yeah, what a great chance that was. First interview, got the job. Yeah, I was an office boy in London at 16. The chances I got, I don't think exist anymore. Now you have to have a piece of paper to prove that you are something or other, and yeah, that's a shame really, because those of us who had these chances usually come from a group that's like maverick. We change things, we try things, we risk, we take chances, and that's been sort of ground out of the younger generation, in my opinion. Anyway, I've been all over Europe, most countries from Scandinavia down to the Mediterranean, Malta and so on, from the West Coast, Spain, Portugal, right through to the former Eastern Bloc, places like Kiev, Warsaw, Prague, all over that eastern region, not as far as Mongolia, but the European part at least, and down to Istanbul. Been lucky enough to have been in Istanbul 3 times. What a wonderful place that is. And crossing the Bosphorus between Europe and Asia was a kick, absolutely. So the last 20 years I've been in the alternative world. Prior to that, I was a freelance strategic manager. Sounds very high level, and sometimes it was. I met all sorts of people in government and agencies and security projects and all sorts from every aspect of life during my history, my previous life, and my current, what I call alternative existence, and and the things that I'm now doing way away from what I did as a professional. I was something like a whiz kid as a teenager, and I got into all sorts of situations because I was quite ambitious. At 19 they gave me a job as a logistics manager, and that got me connected with the continent and travel and international, and yeah, I got the bug. I just wanted to get out there, and I did. I lived all over Europe, spent actually residential in several countries. I speak several languages, including English sometimes. My grandmother from the Highlands, taught me some Celtic. I even studied the culture going back 3,000 years, and Liverpool for me is a Celtic city, and despite the modernisation of since '08, is always going to be a place in my heart. There's nothing like the Liverpool people, in my opinion. And if I could invent heaven, I'd choose this country with its stunning scenery, mountains, lakes, and Adriatic coast, and fill it with Liverpool people. Well, the Liverpool people I knew anyway. I think the whole UK's changed, and not necessarily for the better since I left, but I used to go back for the weekend, even take some local people with me just to show them how it can be, and have fun in the cabin, dancing to the early hours with the locals, with the tourists, with the football lads, and so on. Yes, that change I had with around 20 years ago ironically coincided with the Balkans conflict, which changed the former Yugoslavia into several countries. And that's a story for another time, but I woke up after a week in a meningitis coma and quit. Dropped out, call it what you like. I decided from that moment on I would never do anything else for money. So this, like everything else I do now, is free. You get all of my history for no cost at all, lads. So at this time I'd like to say thanks to Julian for entertaining this idea of this Scouser abroad idea, and also my main contact in Liverpool, who I've got the utmost respect for, is Frank Carlisle, a great historian and ambassador for Liverpool, which I've tried to do also in my own way around and about my travels and changes in location, to tell about the story of Liverpool. Thanks to Frank, he gave me a lot of the information that I wouldn't otherwise have known about the past, and kept in touch with the current situation, and of course the football. Yes, I am a Red, but I give credit to the Blues when it's due. I love Liverpool, the people especially, and it's been a pleasure to be, if you like, a media ambassador from time to time. I've made videos for the internet. I did moderate a free radio program in the region which connects Switzerland, Germany and the Alsace region of France. An alternative program there. Was the only English speaking, although I did switch into French and German from time to time. Used to be very funny, especially when, even though I was given a proper training by the station manager how to use the studio, I drifted away from the format and really made a lot of, well, for me, entertaining programs. Certainly the people that I invited on, we had a laugh and a lot of fun. I promoted Liverpool. I told jokes about politicians, local and global, and made some campaigns which got me into a little bit of a confrontation with the system as it was for the last 10 years or so. campaigned. I got arrested for participating in demonstrations and occupations of political offices when I thought it was the thing to do, and I have no regrets about that. Anyway, this program is to give you a little bit of my view, and maybe to get you to imagine being a Scouser abroad, being somewhere else, and with your Liverpudlian hat on, imagine being somewhere else and coming into enjoyable experiences, and also conflicts with cultures that were different for me, and to sometimes attempt to integrate them into ours. I know that seems like wag the dog principle, but yeah, I tried very much to, no, I did in a way succeed in many cases in organising things that brought Liverpool, shall we say, mentality, humour, culture into the societies where I lived, and that's now, more than half my life. I've been somewhere else. People have asked me, where did you come from? Because of course I've neutralised my accent. But when I go back, within a couple of days it's back to, hey, I like there, kid, and I'm made up with being here, all that stuff, as Jürgen Klopp might say. I will not be, I will keep away from making this a football programme. I want to keep it general, but I'll probably mention the footy from Liverpool, because let's face it, between the clubs, it made an impact on the world. Wherever I've been, it's always, often, not always, but often, I've been asked, where do you come from? And when I said I grew up in Liverpool, or I spent a lot of my youth in London area, it's often met with football, or you'll never walk alone, or the Beatles. So always an immediate identification. So I'll give you an insight into that, and I hope this becomes an interesting item for the new venture, the new radio station. And I wish you guys at the station and all those listeners the very best. Bye from Chris, just for now. So now the end is near. Anyway, yes, it's my way. In me is also Montenegro. I am me is me, it's me, but it's we, it's the team, and that means I want to give a big thank you. Whilst you watch some of the little cartoon images and little slogans and stuff that I want to plant in your subconscious, unsubbed, remember, I want to say thank you to the team, and especially NL, who helped me with making this technology workable. I'll be making programs on RedNet, censoREDS, post on Facebook, TV, radio thing, social media and anti-social media. This is the Antichrist, against all of it. Don't let any power take control of your life. Be an individual. Remember the words from Life of Brian, don't follow me, you are all individuals. So again, thanks very much to NL, Marija, and many other people who I haven't met yet. Yeah, don't forget, keep looking for intelligent life on this planet, because if there's anything out there, they've probably bypassed this lot.